places that the travel brochures and the travel agents don't tell you about, so you don't have to. Join us today to see where we wander next. Today we're in Corfu, Greece, the second largest of the Ionian Islands. Unlike some of the other islands in Greece, this one is not overrun with tourists. There are people here, but it's not really crowded. It's a great walking city. We started the day by doing a hop-on, hop-off bus, which gives us an orientation to the city. I want to digress here for just a bit. Many years ago, my friend Jürgen Eltschig from Germany broke me into the idea of getting on a hop-on, hop-off bus. His notion was that if you rode the hop-on, hop-off bus, by the time you finished the route, you had a pretty good sense of the lay of the city, and it made getting around much easier afterwards. I've tried it, and in fact, this usually about 1 hour tour around the city really does give you a good sense of where the old town is, where the downtown area is, and you can then start to find your way around as though you had been in the town for several days. It really does work, and I've come to recommend it. In addition to becoming aware of the city, you might also make some new friends. The people on hop-on and hop-off buses obviously are tourists, and there's a tendency as you go by new things and see them to comment. Pretty soon people on the bus are beginning to comment, and before you know it, you have some new friends. One don't miss while you're on the island is the Amemnilos windmill. It's on Garitsa Bay, and it was built during the Venetian rule. It was used for years to grind grain for the inhabitants of Corfu. It's been restored, it's beautiful, and it's a popular tourist attraction now. The climate in Corfu is quite agreeable. You can expect temperatures between 43 and 62 degrees. Corfu is a really beautiful island in the Ionian Sea. It's got stunning beaches and crystal clear waters. A rich history. You can explore the old town of Corfu, which is a World Heritage Site, by the way, and marvel at the Venetian architecture, the narrow, winding streets, about what most Americans expect in old European cities. You can also visit the Ahelion Palace, very well restored neoclassical building that was built by Empress Elizabeth of Austria. The Ahelion Palace is a neoclassical building. It was built by, as I said, Empress Elizabeth of Austria. She was known as Sisi in 1890. It was designed by the Italian architect Raffaele Carrito and was inspired by a mythical Phaeacian palace. The palace is surrounded by beautiful gardens, offers breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. It was named after Achilles in Greek, the hero of Greek mythology, and it's adorned with statues and paintings of Achilles. The most famous statue is the dying Achilles, which depicts Achilles dying after being struck in the heel by an arrow. Statue is located at the palace gardens and is a popular tourist attraction. It's got a rich history. It was used for various purposes over the years. After the Elizabeth's death, it was sold to the German Kaiser Wilhelm II. During World War I, it was used as a military hospital, and after the war, it was used as a summer residence for the Greek royal family. Today, it's open to the public and serves as a museum. If you are a nature lover, you can always hike to the top of Mount Pantocrator. Forgive the pronunciation. It's the highest mountain on the island, and you'll have breathtaking views of the city. Just about a mile out of the harbor at Corfu town lies Vidos Island. This 530-acre jewel is a welcome respite from the beehive of activity in town. A short ferry ride lets visitors see not only the beautiful harbor, it also transports them to this uninhabited, forested hideaway. It's a small island covering
forested, and it's a genuine paradise. It is steeped in history, however. The island was always a strategic point in Corfu's defenses. Following the departure of the Venetians, it was fortified by the French. It has a long history and with a monument to World War I Serbian dead. There are still entombed in the mausoleum and graveyards on the island. It served as a quarantine camp for refugees suffering from typhoid in World War I. Today, there's a Serbian mausoleum on the upper end of the island. It's uninhabited, but it does offer a small bar and snack bar just above the ferry terminal. It is still a delight to wander in the forests.
It's a great retreat for quiet and green. Corfu is interesting. In Greece, it is the closest point to Europe. So there are more European traditions, values, and outlooks in Corfu than probably any of the other Greek islands. Makes it for a very different experience. We've enjoyed our visit to Corfu, Greece. We hope to come back someday. We look forward to joining you here with World Travel Plus.